Hello guys, this is Vaish. So the Hindu editorial for 1st January, we had not been doing editorials since last 2 weeks. So we'll start with the January 1st editorial, and tomorrow, it's Republic Day. So the Republic Day parade will be there. It starts at 10:30 a.m. And for prelims also, you have to know a lot of facts about Republic Day. Now itself, you can pause this video and do one activity. Go to Wikipedia and read this. Okay. List of the chief guest at Delhi Republic Day Parade. Okay, simply type Republic Day chief guest list, it will come. Okay, so in Wikipedia, year wise it will be given. Like in 2018, all the ASEAN leaders were the chief guest, and 2019 it was the South African president, and 2020 it was Brazil. Then 2 years because of COVID there was no chief guest, and 2023 it is Egypt. Okay, so I want you to go to this list and in comment section tell me two names. One is the first chief guest, that is in 1950 onwards. Okay, 1950 is the first one. When the Republic Day was celebrated. So that first chief guest name, and 2024, okay, 2024, that is tomorrow, who will be the chief guest? That person has already reached India. You would have seen the news, and he going around with Modi and all, you would have seen. So 2024, who is the chief guest, and 1950, who is the chief guest? Tell me in comment section now itself. Okay, so these kind of things are called the Republic Day tableau. Okay, tableau, this is state wise it will come. Representing the culture of the states and all, but every year controversy happens because center is the one who approves this for each state, and every year few of the states will be banned, meaning their tableau idea will be rejected. Okay, so this happens year on year, and this time also it has been happening, and that is why this article came today that we'll discuss. Okay, the theme for this year is Viksit Bharat, that is the developed India, and India the mother of democracy. Okay, so we'll see everything in detail. I'll show you the articles also. Before that, I hope 2024 test series you have already joined, and you are studying as per that. The last 5th batch which we launched was 132-day timetable, prelims only batch, and this you can join even now, and this in the form of subjects PDF also. We have launched a new batch. You would have seen that, meaning if you don't want the entire thing, okay, if you don't want the entire thing, that is the pack 1 listed here, which has all the 93 test PDF, 270 charts and 60 snippet cards, and you want only subject wise. Okay, yesterday I announced this, and yesterday itself at least 15 to 20 people came and enrolled in the midnight. They came and messaged me, and their enrollment is complete now. Okay, like some people wanted NCRT pack, some people wanted polity pack, some wanted the revision charts, some wanted this geography pack. Okay, this I think the most people have bought this geography pack because it has 5 geography, 3 maps, 5 environment and 5 science. And if you do this itself, I think you will not need any other thing for the prelims, okay, other than the current affair. Current affair you will need, but the static part, whatever science you have to study, whatever environment you have to study, whatever maps of the world you have to study, or Indian maps you have to study, and geography, all the concept, okay, including NCRTs, will be there in this pack. And this is, I think, the most bought one yesterday. So like this, if you are someone who have not enrolled to pack 1, or who could not buy this pack of pack 1, you can go for the smaller packs and at least make some of your subjects stronger. Okay, and there's a guarantee that it will help you for not only UPSC, any other exam which is like having these common subjects, it will help you. Okay, economics also, I think 4 or 5 people bought it yesterday. And then the current affair. Current affair, obviously it is not like now, we have opened it long back and many people have already enrolled, and monthly you will be getting it. Okay, June, July, August, September, I think it will be already dispatched, and October, November, December will be given within 1 week. Okay, after that the month wise it will go on. So like that, your prelims, what you need will be there in these test PDF. If you want to see sample, you can come and email me, and for enrollment you can WhatsApp me. Okay, this is the simple procedure, and like this I will keep reminding you every day, because I don't want the serious aspirants to miss out. 2025 people don't need to get this, because you have a bigger test series, bigger pack and all. Already batch 1 is out. If you want batch 2, that also in a few weeks time I will be launching it. Okay, and the hoodies unboxing you would have seen like across India. Students are sending the videos, and the same like that bags also is in process of dispatch, and everyone will get it. Okay, from Jammu and Kashmir till Lakshadweep, complete states we are covering. Everybody of Vaishayas test series students, okay, who are completely learning from Vaishayas, that is prelims plus mains, they are the ones who are getting now. And the next phases maybe prelims only students also may get it. Okay, but as of now it's for prelims plus main students, completely free. So this headlines. This one is Telangana local news. Here it is the AI chatbots in banking sector. Okay, we already seen a lot of articles on AI, and then here it is some politics. Okay, so this politics we'll actually see, because it's actually that Republic Day parade thing. I'll show you how the screening happens, how the government decides which one to allow and which one not to allow, and this one we will skip because this already in 2-3 days back editorial we had done it. That is the highlights of the entire 2023. Okay, like Russia Ukraine is fighting, that Israel Palestine is fighting, and the Indian related many economy related events are happening. India will become the third economy in the coming years. So like that, just a roadmap of what happened last year and what will happen in the future. We already discussed one article. Okay, this is just because it's a new year, January 1, people keep writing the same thing again and again in their language. Okay, then Chennai floods also, even yesterday's editorial we discussed it. And then we have this Assam Accord is an important thing. I'll show you some important points related to that. And then Kerala's economy, okay, going down and they not having a proper model, that related some points are given. So that we will see the fiscal challenges of Kerala. Okay. So any doubt you have, anything, like if you're serious aspirant, I hope you're already on my WhatsApp, and there you will get all the answers answered. Okay, from me directly, you will get it answered. So make sure that you have messaged me, started with the foundation video, and then you will start seeing lectures also, which are free of cost. So this, as I told, the Republic Day parade is there tomorrow, and it keeps happening that the opposition parties, especially their states, that is Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi and Punjab, or the TMC in West Bengal, they will be like rejected. Okay, their parades will be rejected. So the reason is you cannot promote your state or your state's schemes. Okay, the schemes which will get like for pleasing the voters, that schemes you cannot promote in the Republic Day parade. Republic Day parade is for just you know, the national celebration, the patriotism. That is what you are trying to highlight. Okay, so Delhi had this tableau concept, like their school education health services schemes and all, they were going to display in the tableau. That is why it has got rejected. And West Bengal had this Kanyasri project, again like the like you can tell Beti Bachao and all, they had their own state level scheme that they are showing in the tableau. So that is why these are rejected, and back to back Delhi's like 3 consecutive years it is now rejected. Okay, in 2022 Tamil Nadu's was rejected because again they were showing some things which is state specific. Okay, you should show something which is the national specific. Okay, the national movements and national leadership or anything which is the progressing of India, that you should show, and not of the states on a Republic Day parade. Okay. So this is not like now BJP is doing it, meaning started. UPA also did it for Gujarat. Gujarat's every year it was like back to back rejected. So this whoever is in power, they keep doing to each other, and it will continue to do also. Okay, we cannot do anything about that. This is how the polity works in India. So that will continue. Okay, so now what is the process? The process is the Defense Ministry. Okay, they will have the screening committee, which will have many people like distinguished persons from various bodies. It can be from the states, it can be from different organizations, and they will look for these factors. Visual appeal should be there, impact on the masses, the theme, the degree of detailing, music, involvement of local artists, and this combination of everything that should be there for the selection. So as I told, government schemes should not be there. The theme matters. Okay, that is the reason many people are getting rejected. But still, because complaints are happening, the author is telling the center should seek way to achieve more objectivity in the selection of this tableau and leave little room for complaint. Okay, meaning once you tell, the states also should not be able to fight back. It should be a very valid reason, and it should be properly, like the guidelines should be given. Okay, so note down these things, and also in comment section, I hope you have already commented who is the first chief guest of India's Republic Day, first Republic Day, and which is the latest one, that is who is going to be there tomorrow with the President of India. Okay, tomorrow. So comment that, and now we'll go to the second article, that is Assam Accord. Okay, the article is not about Assam Accord actually. You can tell a tripartite agreement was signed in Delhi between 3 people, obviously the central government, the state government, and the ULFA. Okay, United Liberation Front of Assam, ULFA, you can tell. This one is actually, you can tell, an insurgent group or an extremist group and all, who you cannot call it like Maoist or this and all. They are fighting for the rights of people, the rights of, it started with a little bit like Maoism kind of thing, you can tell, but then it went for like Assam people's this thing, rights and migrants. Okay, whoever illegally came into state, they should be pushed out, and Assamese people should get all the rights. So like that, their intention was good only, but they were going more and more into violent methods, and that is why even the people started rejecting them, and finally they became weak, and now like you can tell, surrender has happened. Okay, complete thing which was like since 2009 this process has begun to have this agreement, and finally it happened. Okay, so 15 years back in 2009, the chairman of ULFA, this Arbinda Rajkhova, he was the, like you can tell, face of them. He was arrested, and also many other people surrendered, and again 2011 there was a ceasefire also, and talks started. And after all the talk started, they, like, people started serving in camps and all, like Nabanirman, okay, Nabanirman Kendra. So there they were there, and they ended all this 32-year-old insurgency, and the talks, keeps delaying. Whenever whichever party or whichever government is in power, if they are not capable of solving issues, it will go on like first talk, second talk, third round of discussion. Like the discussion went on happening, but people were not agreeing for a proper closure of this. Okay, so finally you can tell one person who like opposed this thing was Paresh Barua. Okay, he was like, you can tell, commander-chief of this ULFA, and he remained independent, and he was not happy of surrendering. He did not want to have the dialogue, and he and his team, you can tell, they started disrupting this peace process. Okay, but now what happened is it weakened. He escaped from India. He went to northeast Myanmar, and like that, as I told, it became weaker compared to 90s. And before all this, okay, this is one set of studying you are doing. Another thing is, when Rajiv Gandhi's time, we had something called Assam Accord of 1985. Okay, this I will tell you in another 2 slides. I will tell you. So this also was signed, and after that also, because they were not happy only, this Paresh Barua started the other movement, and they were going on till now. But as I told, they have become weaker. So Assam Accord will go. We will just complete the article first. So since then, the organization has lost popular support, especially among the Assam peasantry and all, because of the violent tactics. Like I told, they are attacking civilians and migrant workers. Everybody are like not happy with how these people have this ideology of very violent, rude methods. Okay, so military operation by Bhutan in the early 2000s. Okay, between Bhutan and these people had a problem. Then Bangladeshi Prime Minister also supported India and handed over many of the people who were hiding there of the ULFA group. So like this, everyone started weakening. And the charter, even though, as I told, they revised it to indigenous people of Assam's rights and all, people were not happy the way they were fighting for these rights. So that is why ULFA has dramatically, you can tell, went down. Okay, they were not able to fulfill the needs, and they were not able to get the support of the people also. So people were in poverty. That was the main reason. First, initially, they had started getting more and more people, but after the government changed, and now more and more developmental schemes, electricity for all, water for all, many things happened. Then people understood that no point going and doing radical things. You have to work in tandem with the government, and that is how now this tri-party agreement has happened. Okay, but now you have to study the static part. Okay, article is over. The static part, that is the Assam Accord 1985. It was again the same thing: Government of India, State Government of Assam, and those that time's leaders of Assam Movement. Okay, so that from 1979, you can tell there was a students union. Okay, All Assam Students Union, AASU. They were like 6-year agitation, like you should identify who are the illegal migrants and they should be deported. So this was their demand. So that was finally Assam Accord came and it was signed. Okay. That is basically what is called Assam Accord, and they told anybody who entered after 24th March 1971, they are all illegal foreigners in Assam and they should be deported. Okay, their demand was actually after 1951 itself you should put the cutoff, but Rajiv Gandhi had done signing 1971. Okay, so people were not happy, and still again fighting was happening. So then they had a demand that you should have a definition for what is Assamese people, a proper definition. And finally in 2019, this government set up something called the Biplab Kumar Sharma Committee. Okay, it's a 14-member committee. He is a High Court judge. So they set up a committee for protecting, preserving, promoting the culture, social, linguistic identity of the Assamese people. And there they inserted, or they made a clause now called the clause 6, which is added to this accord which Rajiv Gandhi signed. A clause 6 is added based on the committee's finding. Okay, the first thing, or the first main thing, is defining Assamese people. So that again, as I told, the same thing. After 1951, whoever has entered, they will be now not Assamese. Okay, before that, okay, purposes, the cutoff date for any Indian residing in Assam to be defined as Assamese. 1951 cutoff was decided. Then the people, now definition is over. Now after getting the definition, these people who are defined, they should get seats in parliament, reservation, quota in government jobs, and also you should set up something like the Rajya Sabha, which we have in center. We should have the upper house. You should know that some of the states, I think 5 or 6 states in India, has legislative assembly also. They have legislative council also, like the lower house and upper house in center, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. In states also they have that concept, but Assam don't have. So this also is one of their demand or the committee's suggestion. Okay, and then regulate the entry, meaning there is something called ILP. This also in another slide I will teach you. Inner line permit is there, which you have to take only then you can enter to that state. Okay, whether it's for tourism, whether it's for work purpose, official purpose, you have to take the special permit. Same like you take visa while going to a foreign country, you have to take ILP to go to certain states. As of now, it is only there in Manipur, Arunachal, Nagaland and Mizoram. Okay, first I think Mizoram was not there. Mizoram also was added recently. So that I will tell you, the ILP, I will tell you the proper details. And there are another 2 more states, which is not this usual ILP, but a different form of ILP is there. Okay, that also I will teach you in the next slide. So this report, or the committee, talks about land rights, linguistic rights, cultural rights, social rights, biodiversity right, everything is being detailedly done by that 14-member committee. And then they are again telling the new NRC, right, which you saw a few years back, the CAA and NRC, which a huge protest and all happened. According to that, the people who migrated between 1951 and 1971 will be considered Indian citizens. Okay, like many people will be given citizenship. That was the issue by most of the Northeast states, that we don't want to give citizenship to many people. But now, because the new committee recommendation has come and Assamese clause and definition is different, so they will not be getting the safeguards or this quota and all these things which is told above, that they will not be getting, because this clause 6 of the accord is what is priority for them. Okay, so this, like this, it's a state versus center, different terms they have been making. Okay, and then East Bengal migrants who entered Assam before 1951 would be considered Assamese. Okay, but interesting part is there is no mechanism to find out whether anybody came before 1951 or not. That time we don't have any records or things, so we can just assume only like this person is living here since many years. Okay, so this NRC, maybe many people did not understand it now, so I'll again do a different article when again in future it will come, NRC and CAA, because it's anyway going to come, NRC, okay, National Registration of Citizens, and the CAA, Citizenship Amendment Act, and also the census, new census will come. So all these things when comes, I will again explain to you. So now don't worry, now just study about the Assam Accord and ILP. Okay, so ILP, as I told, it's not like Indians started. The Britishers' time itself, under the Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation 1873, it was an official travel document. Okay, meaning without that document you cannot enter those restricted areas which Britishers have declared. Why they did was that whenever they do any trading, any tea estate, anything they do, they don't want the Indians to enter there. They want to do it like monopoly. Okay, so they started it, but Indian government also after 1950 just replaced the word British subjects and changed it to citizens of India, meaning the thing continued. Okay, so as per the section 2 of the 1873 regulation, it is applicable to only 3 Northeast states that time. Okay, Mizoram, Arunachal and Nagaland. Later in 2020, the president extended it to Manipur also. Okay, and then similar kind of one thing you should know, like ILP, there is something called PAP, Protected Area Permit. Same like ILP is for all the Indians to enter this area, PAP is something for foreigners, or you can tell non-citizens to enter the same region. Okay, and ILP is much easier to get actually because it's for Indians only, but foreigners it will be a little difficult to get this PAP. Okay, now the other two things are, one is Lakshadweep and one is Himachal Pradesh. Okay, so Lakshadweep, you know, when you have to go, you have to have a Lakshadweep government's ILP. Okay, same like taking a visa. I think online you can apply it and you can take it, because now Lakshadweep is in news. These kind of things you should know. There is a kind of small it's not the main ILP which is under this Britishers thing. It is a different ILP which the Lakshadweep government is issuing, that you have to get it to enter Lakshadweep. Okay, and then same like that is Valley in Himachal Pradesh, there is an ILP for foreigners to enter. Okay, for Indians also I think till 90s it was there, but now it is not there. Same like Jammu and Kashmir had till you can tell till Article 370 was there. There were many restrictions for Indians to go there, other Indians, so meaning other state Indians. Okay, so now that is all gone. Now anybody can go to Jammu and Kashmir. I think they can buy property. They can many things have changed after the I think August 5, 2019, after 370 was removed. Okay, this is the overall like theory and static and current affair, everything I have taught you. Okay, these are not there in the paper. I am doing extra thing for you so that you can use this for your prelims and mains or wherever you need for any government job exam. Okay, so now the last article, the Kerala government versus the center. Okay, so this keeps happening. Every state has its own issues, like you are not giving funding, you are not giving much the share of the taxes. Many problems happen in every state, but Kerala are telling they are going through a fiscal crisis because the center is not giving as per their demands or how much they need. Okay, the vertical fiscal imbalance which you tell. Okay, always when you tell there is a vertical devolution, meaning how much the center will give to the states. Okay, meaning states means all the states, and after that there is a horizontal devolution, meaning each state how much it will get. Okay, so each state when it comes, they are having lot of criteria. Okay, a lot of criteria which the Finance Commission will set up. Recently the 15th Finance Commission also a prelims question came, like what are the factors they consider to give money. Okay, these are basic economic concept. In my test series it will be there. So they will use like what is the population of that place, what is the literacy level of that place, what is the taxes of that place. There are many factors. So everything will have different weightage also. So the population is something which is used, and that is what Kerala is not happy. Okay, because they actually did family planning and everything and reduced the population, so they have done something good, and because of that now you are telling population is less and then you are giving less fund. That doesn't make sense. Okay, you are doing something good and getting less fund means that doesn't make sense. Okay, meanwhile states like UP, Bihar and all, who never controlled their population went on increasing, and now because the population is one of the factor for getting fund, they are getting more fund. Okay, they are getting more fund, so that is not correct. So that way they are telling their concern. Even Shashi Tharoor and all, you would have seen multiple times raising this issue, so that's correct only in a sense. So that kind of some pointers are given here. Okay, like what is the methods that states can earn revenue other than what center gives? Okay, one is the state GST is there, and then there is the stamp duty, registration fee on property transaction, vehicle registration, sales tax and excise duty on few commodities like alcohol, then mining leases, lotteries. Okay, you should know Kerala government's highest revenue is, I think, alcohol and lottery tickets. Okay, lottery and all is banned in almost every state, but in Kerala it is like huge sale it happens. Okay, alcohol also, any like festival time you take, Onam time, New Year time, Vishu time and all, it will be like thousands of crores of worth alcohols are sold. Okay, that's a huge revenue source for them, but still it's not enough compared to how much they are spending. Okay, and there are multiple reasons. Okay, they have, and how they bridge the excess of expenditure. Like you have too much expenditure but less revenue means what you will do? You will be asking for grants from the center, you will be asking for loans from the center, but there is a limit, right? After a particular limit, nobody will give you loan, nobody will give you this thing. Okay, because your debt ratio will be very high. So this formula which the Finance Commission gave, that is point number 1 I told you, using population and all, that state is not happy. Then the number of taxes, they are not happy. Then GST, you know, after GST came, many of the taxation rights went away from every state. Okay, not just Kerala, everything, because we were making a uniform tax rate for everyone. So that VAT and other small tax which state used to decide. Okay, meaning the same item, if you are ordering a food in Kerala, maybe they will put 11% tax, and if you go to Bihar, maybe they will put 7% tax. It depends. Okay, but now uniformly, you know, food is just 5% GST, 2.5 for the center and 2.5 for the state. So this kind of rights of the state went away, and it was good that we made a national thing, but the states are losing the rights of earning extra income. Okay, so now again there is something called centrally sponsored scheme. Okay, central sector scheme is something called 100% funding by the center. Okay, central sector scheme, but central sponsored scheme is like, it will be in the ratio of 60-40 or 90-10. It depends on the scheme. Okay, most of the schemes are 60-40, meaning center will give 60, state will give 40. So now these fund and all, if you don't, if a state doesn't cooperate, center will not give anything. Okay, you will lose the complete fund. So state has no other option. They will tell, okay, you can implement and we will give 40% of the fund. But what happens is most of the states will not want that scheme. Okay, will not want that scheme implemented now. But because they are hungry for the fund, they tell okay, and then they do something to agree to the center. Okay, so that is one point of thing. Central sponsored scheme which is not of interest of the states is sometimes forced onto the state. Okay, now state will disagree some norms and all, then fight will happen. Like you would have seen most of the time in especially Kerala and West Bengal, they reject most of the schemes, most of the central schemes, they reject it. Okay, so that things is ultimately harming the citizens of the country. And now about revenue. Kerala in 2021-22 around $688 billion in revenue. That's around 100 crore is $1 billion. That much revenue they have collected. Okay, from SGST, sales tax, income from lotteries, all these things they collected. And RBI is also telling Kerala is top performer when it comes to collecting revenue. Okay, but problem is they are the biggest spender also. And the main one reason is revenue expenditure. You should know basic terminology. One is revenue expenditure, one is capital expenditure. Revenue expenditure means you are giving the salary of the staff and you are doing such things for the people there. Okay, the government employees. So that is very high in Kerala. Why? Because Kerala's system, okay, Kerala's politicians and all, whenever anybody comes into power, their relatives, their nephew, their uncle, their auntie, everybody will be given simply public government job. Okay, that a very insignificant job. One typist, one security guard, one extra staff, one extra protection person, something they will give and simply overpopulate the government. This thing you would have noticed if you are in Kerala, you will know this. Okay, every government, whether it is communist or Congress, whoever is ruling there, they favor their relatives and they like this, they go like stay in power for a longer time. Okay, because they get the support of all these people. So when you put this, you have to give yearly or monthly salary to these people, right? So that is all coming from the government exchequer, meaning they are collecting this much $68 billion and half of that will go to the salary itself. Then how will you do developmental activity? How will you do the social welfare of the people? Okay, Already Kerala is doing lots, like 3.7 higher compared to other states, 1.9 higher compared to other states in health sector. You are doing lot of things, but again half of the 50% is I think going to the salary of the unwanted staff and departments which you over the years created just to please people. Okay, many staff are working in government jobs in Kerala for no reason. Okay, but they won't like it when we tell this. So that is the reason nobody takes any action against them also, because they are all going to protest and then nothing can be done. That's why the Kerala model is like kind of flawed in that aspect. Okay, so now revenue expenditure, as I told us, different numbers are given. You don't have to by heart all these numbers, but the share, as I told, what Finance Commission gives, it was 3.88% in 2000 up to 2000, and now it is just 1.93%. Okay, even their population share in Indian population is 2.6, so this doesn't match. That is why Kerala is not happy with the Finance Commission model, and that is actually a correct point only. Okay, they have to change the factors, and now slowly that factors are being considered, and hopefully in the next one, 16th Finance Commission, which will come after 5 years, that time hopefully the factors will be again checked and changed. Okay, so now other thing, Kerala tells like we want to grow into a knowledge based industry, we want to do many more things and all, because Kerala, you know, there is no jobs. Okay, people are all going outside. Every Kerala person, even higher education, you can tell, like compared to Tamil Nadu or Karnataka, the neighboring states, Kerala doesn't have a proper famous university or college and all. Even though they have one or two, it's not as much big as that in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. The students are after 12th standard going outside to the same states only. They are going to either Tamil Nadu's Chennai or Coimbatore, or they are going to Karnataka's Bangalore or Mangalore, and then after that job also, either they settle in Chennai or they settle in Bangalore, or these people go outside the country itself. They go to Dubai, Middle East, they go to Malaysia, Singapore. There is nothing in the setup in the Kerala. So that means what? Their capital expenditure is very poor. Okay, equivalent to only 1.87% of their state GDP, you can tell. So that is why they have not done anything which will make the people stay there. They put every money in the revenue expenditure instead of the capital expenditure, and so these things has to be reviewed. These things has to be changed. Okay. See, the salaries, pensions, all these things alone is 48.8% of the expenditure. Okay, so now this many government employees are there. Half of them are like in health and education, and good thing is half of them are women. Okay, that is one good thing, because in the national level also only 1/6 are women. Okay, but in Kerala it is half. So that kind of good things are there. But if you see, professionals and analysts are missing. Instead, you have this attender and typist. As I told, simply very like undeserving, unqualified nephews and nieces of these ministers and politicians. They are put into the staff just to get government salary and pension, which is actually a scam. Okay, so sooner or later some new politician or somebody will come who will clean up this mess. Okay, until then huge loss of revenue will happen to Kerala's revenue. Okay, exchequer. So now higher education, as I told, that also is not receiving proper funding and proper this thing. It's declining. The school going children's number is declining. Funding is declining. The teachers' salary and all is like around 30%. So like this, many things are there which you have to revisit. Okay, you don't have to by heart this because it's a state specific thing, but this will be maybe applicable as a general point for any state who is going through financial crisis and fighting with the center. Okay, that's why I'm telling you these points. So Kerala, what other option they have? You need a new source of finance. So what you will do? You will go and borrow from the people. Okay, you will make your own kind of maybe a stock market kind of thing, or a chit fund kind of thing. Something you have to do, because Kerala people have wealth, but it's invested in houses, vehicles and jewelry. Okay, if you know, Kerala is I think the only state where every house will have every house will be big. That is one thing, and then they'll have like most of them has own vehicle, most of them has like lot of jewelry. So that's part of their way of life. Okay, so that is a good thing in a way, but it's all stored in assets which is not being used or not being multiplied. Okay, so government can go to the people and they can use their commercial bank, cooperative bank, and this Kerala Infrastructure Investment Board. All these things they can deploy, but that also up to a limit only they'll give. After a limit, this debt financed government expenditure, that model won't work. Okay, Kerala is asking more and more loan and all, but as I told, because the 38.6 is the debt to GDP ratio, even the center or anyone is not ready to give that much loan. So state government must do a proper study, prepare a detailed blueprint for the future economy of Kerala. This is the overall article. So I told very fast and all important points only, because UPSC will never ask a question directly on Kerala model or anything like that. But generally state versus center, they will ask what are the issues they may face in finance. So these points, whatever I told for Kerala, you can use it for any state which UPSC asks. Okay, in GS3 mains, it will be asked. Okay, so now if you did not understand revenue expenditure, capital expenditure and all, this is the pack you have to go. Okay, in this pack, question by question, every topic, any topic which prelims UPSC has asked in the past, or it's part of your syllabus, or it is in like in future it may come, will be explained in detail in this. Okay, it's like one of the most detailed in India. No other test series will give that much detailing of economics as compared to mine. Okay, so you can buy that package, and it's all part of, as I told, pack 1. If you have bought, you are already enrolled to any of our batches, don't need to buy any pack. Okay, no need to buy any pack. But if you are someone who did not till now join Vaishya, then you have to go for at least 1 or 2 of them and see the quality. Okay, then you will every year study only from Vaishya. Okay, that's our guarantee for any exam. Okay, and this pack 14, this is what I mandatorily tell everybody to buy, because that is current affair. Okay, that's mandatory for any exam, not only UPSC, any exam, current affair is common. So buy pack 14 plus any of the subjects which you are feeling like you are weak in, and then I am sure you will again come back for more and more packages. Okay, so WhatsApp me and you can get yourself enrolled to Vaishya packages. Okay, so tell me in comment section the 2 questions I asked the Republic Day chief guest, and then any other feedback also which you want to give, you can give. Instagram also please follow, I'll keep putting posts there. Thank you and have a nice day.